Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We are in Shapes 2. And we're just about to complete one of the shapes that we made last episode. Just about. It's only... There we go. So this has only been running about 20-30 minutes from the last episode. Okay. So... now we need to do some different stuff from what we had. So this is all our stuff that is green. And I wanted to just go ahead and jump in now. So what I want to do is make this mushroom shape. And that means we're going to just... is that? No. Yeah, we can get rid of that, and we can get rid of that. And I'm just going to take all this and zero it out. Boink. Clear it out. This is gotten rid of as well. All that is saved. Oh, not that last one. Yeah, we could leave this one. I really want it rotated twice, but this will work. You know what? We'll work with that. And yeah, let's just clear out all this. Boink. And how much is this to copy? That's 1,200. All right, we're up to 14,000 blueprint points because we've had to let things run for so long. So I'm gonna paste that way back here. Yeah, I'm just going to delete this and move it over here. Okay, so we've got the tail of the mushroom on the bottom. So we want this to be different than what it is. You know what? I'm just going to do this and that. Actually, you know what? Here, we could do this. If we do a half destroy, and then a rotate, boom, boom. Do triple rotate. That will work. So let's do this. And do triple rotate. But not that way. Alright, so that gets us our shape up top now. Also, what are we doing? This is on the bottom level. So we'll want these to go out on the top level. That's kind of perfect, right? Then, can we do the same with this? Oh, you know, we could do this. Yeah. Why not? Oh, that's not going to work. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Works. A treat, as our British friends might say. Get rid of all that. Take this, copy, flip it. Flippity floop. This? Yeah. Excellent. Alright, so I'm gonna let this guy get caught up, and then we will connect this. Now, in the meantime, this is gonna be fine as is. So we're gonna keep you coming in. Alright. So then what's gonna happen is this is all gonna get painted green. Then we're going to need to split it up. We're going to need to cut it. Okay. So, we are also... Yeah, so we need... No, let's not look at that. We need that we already have. Then we'll need another one. And then we'll need this shape. So I think we're going to need another... Basically that again. There's some... where else do we have red? Ugh. We have no more red paint anywhere. Except just this right here. Alright. So we're going to have to do what we can with it. Now, this... Yeah, what we got going over here is going to be fine as is. The only thing we'll need to do is have these guys get the green half of this added in. Alright, where's our cool cutter? Did we make a cool cutter? Was that the gorgeous thing we made last time? This is this is a cool cutter here. How much that cost? That costs 2,000 copy. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. That is not what we want. So I'm going to get rid of it, but we'll put it right here. Oh, actually, you know what? Can do it right there. We just need to do some rotating first. And there. And now put it down. Yeah, so we've got that's perfect. We've got this on the bottom, and actually we can do some more rotation. Yeah, because we want those to be up top. Let's get rid of that. All right. Right? Yes, because that's going to be on top of this. And then, how do we need our, that guy needs to be, on the bottom. Which I think is not going to work. Yeah, it will not, but we do have a lot of room. So... let's just go up here. Oh, well, never mind. So we are good to go. We can do that. And we can do that. Okay. Well, that worked out great. Then we're just going to truck both these guys on in here. We're not going to ship them all this way, and in fact, I'm going to cut that off there. Okay. Alright, so we need this to finish up. I should fix this. This is going slowly because it's just not right. So where are we here? That is lined up here. I'm going to move it down to there. And having these guys... Okay. So these all... I want them all to match up. And I'd like this to work on a single layer. So let's see if we can do that. Yeah, each belt needs 3 of these. That's what's going on here. So that's why we are slowing down. But then it needs 4. Each pipe goes to 4 of these. Okay. So I'm gonna cut that and move it. Goes in like that. What if we did a jump in? Yeah, like that. What if we did that doubled up? That's doubled up, that's 4 belts worth. And if we move it here, we can do that. Okay. We can jump over here. And can we jump here? Oh, no, wait. All right. So my idea, too, is that we can jump over to this from here. Like that, right? So this. So this would be the interior ones. All right, we're done with that. Now it's time to be serious here. Yep. Okay. That's getting in there. And we could do this. So 2 of them come up this way. 1, 2. Wait. No, we want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So essentially that's one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I so bad at this? I've been playing this game forever. Ugh. So, we're going there and there. We're going to jump. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do that. Okay. Yeah, maybe. All right, then can we get out? No. We can't. But yes, we can. So if this came out like so, and jumped there, oh, that's not going to work. Because then we can't get this guy out. And same with this. Because, yeah, we can't jump there. Could jump here. But then that doesn't... That means these guys are stuck. And it can't really scooch to the right at all. Alright. Come back to that second. Let's get some of this going. And let's block some of this off. I'll hide that. This, we're going to do that. And this, we're going to do that. So, what I'm going to do is bring this down here and down this way. I'm just going to get rid of this for now. There. Boom. 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 Bow. Bow. Ugh. And of course that's not going to work. Because we don't have room for this. Right. There we go. Excellent. And we need to copy a couple of these. I'm just going to copy this. One. 2. Yeah, we can get it close here. Three and four. Okay, these can come in on the bottom. We're gonna do that. It doesn't matter, honestly, bottom or top. Get rid of these guys. Kadoke. And again, the goal of this is to get 2 trains. Trains are wonderful. I love trains. I mean, with a name like Gramps, you gotta love the trains. And this is also another example of a build that will be completely destroyed. This is not great, but that's okay. We're gonna do this. There's always a different way to go. This one, quick and easy there. This one. Do that. That one's going to do there. This one is going to come on in here. Oh, cadet. Good job. Good job, all. So that is creating our bottom layer. Bottom 2 layers. Boom and boom. Now we need to start creating these 2 layers. So we have these half guys up here that are being used. Let's see here. Yeah, we're running out of some space. That's okay. We can do this. Make this happen. What we need, what we want. And there's no red windmill pieces already. No. So we don't have red fluid. Free. 1, 2, 3. We've got a little bit free. So if we take this and move it out to there and do that, that at least gets us a little bit of open space. And this gets us that. This is only going to activate 3 of these, but better than none. So it's going to be slower. Alright, this isn't working for me. So, what you gonna do? This is so tough. Being locked into just these single things. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this basically a double. By doing this. Um... Alright. So basically the outer edge ones are going to get painted. So what I'm going to do is this. Now these are the clear ones coming through from here, and then they're the outer edge here. Yep. And then we just double this up. And what we end up with is 4 full lanes of paint. And we just have to double up the pipes. Like that. I think that works. So, what we need to do now is, yeah, we've got all these guys coming in. All right, so here's 2 things we have to do. Number 1 is we have to rework this because this is not what we want. We need to redesign the top shape. So let's do that. We have half of it right here. And then it is getting matched up with this. This is not what we want. So we want to take the bottom one. And this is fine. Alright, let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. Take this. Oops. Take this, and I'm going to end up scooching it back one. Because we want that, but then we need it rotated around, or we're going to need to cut it. So, before we cut it, we need to rotate it. Do that. Okay. And each of these has to go through a cutter. Each of these has to go through 4 cutters. 2, 3, 4. That starts. Alright, let's just take a look at this. Because then we're good with this. Being where it is. Yeah, we're good with that. So I think this is another opportunity for the swapper, but we don't have the swapper. And I used those points to buy some sped up elements. So that instead. And all right, so we need to do this because we need, oops, we need top level access. So this is not going to come out here. It's going to come out here and then loop into this, and this may get completely moved. Okay, so let's get our stacker out. Did that work? Nope, does not work. So, yeah, it works there. But again, this is not going to be enough room for all of this. And yeah, we can't put these up here. All right, that plus that makes our shape. So we need to do the same thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to move this. All this is gonna have to shift around. And if we're gonna move it, then we should do it right. And do this. Right? No, that still doesn't give us a room. Does that work? No. That's another thing that'd be nice quality of life upgrade is a 4-way intersection. Can do that. Nope. Can we do this? Yeah, maybe. And then all this comes down to here. Okay. Okay, this is gonna make sense. Give me a minute here. Okay, yay. But Gramps, you say, what about these guys? Well, yep. We're going to, I'm just going to delete that for now. And delete all this. What does this cost? All right. Now the outer edges are good. The inner guys have already gone through all this. So they don't need that. We don't need this. So, again, we're going to just jump these. And this. And boop, and boop. That gets us all of... Yeah, that gets us everything, except for here. Okay. Okay. So that gets us 4 lanes that can match up to this. Yes. And let's just go ahead and put that up here. Perfect. All right. Let's get a stacker. And yep, I'm just going to copy paste it. And that is going to create our top shape. Yay. And that goes out on the bottom layer. We have no trash cans. Okie doke. What do we do in the absence of trash cans? Oh my goodness. This is insane. Oh yeah, that's why they call it that. So. Oh, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna just destroy some of this stuff. So, what I'm gonna do. Let's do this. And, that doesn't work. All right, I'm gonna have to move this. All right. And I'm getting rid of this. All right. So that is going to feed into that and that. This will feed in there. All right. Then the other one will be here. Nope, can't do that. Alright, I'm gonna move this. Yeah, to be there. this one. We'll do that. And that is going to just be these bottom halves. And those are going to go out on the middle layer. All right. So that's all going to be working. I don't want to delete all of these middle layer pieces. Yeah, this is bottom. And those middle layer pieces are coming out of here on the middle layer. So I think that's going to do it, right? Yep, these are going to come in on the lower layer. And those guys are going to go and be on the middle layer. So we're going to be splitting these bottom windmill guys in half. So these guys are going to be the top at the end. And these guys are going to get split. So those are going to get matched up with yeah. Those are going to get matched up with the halves here. And they need to be rotated. It's okay. But they're also getting used here, unrotated. I'm going to just delete that. And so what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? And probably it's going to happen right in this neck of the woods. Why do we not have any green spikies? I think we don't have green spikies because of everything else being held up. Yeah, we do. That's the case. Yeah, alright. So we need to use the greens. Alright, so just gonna grab this. And we'll do something like that. And we can worry about those directions later. We're going to take these guys, start feeding them in here. All right. And we can even get rid of this if we need to. Because we can have those group up like so. Uh-huh. Start turning around itself and jet on out. Then these guys, what's this? Oh, yeah. So we still... So we need to bring these guys in. Let's go up. And do this. No, let's not do it there. Let's do it here. Ooh, can you do that? Oh, look at that. That is so cool. That's not what we need. That's cool. You gotta admit that. And, this. Okay. Okie doke. Alright, so these guys are going to cruise down. Oh my god. I know this is ugly. I apologize for the ugly. And as they cruise down... they are going to do a little double rotate. Let's just do this all right here, maybe. And then, yeah, let's just jump them out here. Why does that reset? That's really annoying. Okay. Then these guys become the lower feed for these. Yeah, there's that one. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep them up here for a bit. Just because. Okay, so then if this one comes in like so. Right. This one is annoying. And this one's going to go in there. Do that. And then, yeah, just in here, doing that. All right, now we've got all these guys coming out with this. And we still need to stack these on... or we need to stack all this on top of that. And then this on top of all that. So we could feed these into here. Ah, this is so annoying. Alright, let's just just not organized well. And that's why it annoys me. And it's my fault. It is my fault. So in theory, we could... I'm going to need to do another stacker here. And I should maybe do this stacker over there. Alright, so I'm going to cut all this. And do this. Okay. So there and there. And there and there. Okay. Then to get up to here, these guys are going to have to come and go through all this. So we can only get 2 through there. So we get 2 through here. All right. So if we do this, there. All right, this is working. This is working way better than it should. All right. Oh my God. This is not going to work. Because now these guys can feed into there. Now, how do I get these out of here? Because now this has to sit on top of that, which will happen here, and then they'll feed out into here. Alright, I feel like this is a nicely compacted guy. I see it, I see it. They're gonna come down here. All right. Now that said, these need to go onto the bottom. And everything's coming in from the same angle. Do I have one of those? No. All right, so this is the basic shape. Will this fit in here? That's kind of how I want it there. All right. What if we did this? Take this guy and do something here. Like a 1, 2, 3, 4. See, this kind of works. We did that. All right. So here's 1 and 2. And then we could do a... No, here we could do like a 3 and 4. Okay, wait, we can change these. Alright, that gives us a little more room. We could do 1 up here. And 1 here. Oh my god. Ooh, wait, actually we want these to come in here. So this is kind of... This works. Yeah, this one feeds into there. This one feeds into there. And then this one feeds into here. Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh, but I have to switch the top and bottom. Because this has to go on the top. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Alright, that's okay. Top. Alright, let's just do one of these fools. Oh, look at that. That is totally gonna work. On that one. That one. This needs to go and be at the bottom. So, this becomes the bottom. This becomes the top. I'm just doing them one at a time, baby. Okay. You know what's coming next. Yeah, we're gonna... Gotta jump these guys. That way these can come along here. And be bottom. And bottom. And this. Oh, so close. Alright. It's okay. Becomes top. And that becomes top. Boom, boom. I think we're done. Is this really going to work? Yeah. All right. Look, is this it? Is this our... No, it's not our final shape. But that's only because these guys have not cleared out yet. So I'm going to just try to clear them out as quickly as I can. All right, and it's going to take a while. So let me do that. I'm just clearing. Oh, look. Oh, yeah, no. Still. Yeah, because these are still our shape. This one, oh, that is quick. If we keep clearing this out, that's going to be helpful. All right, let's see. This is all the bad old shape. And here, still the bad old shape. Here's the good new shape. It's working, folks. It is working. All right, so finally we've cleared through, and these good shapes have just made it into the painters. By the way, the new painters, I think, are actually working. This looks like this is a full belt down here. And I think it's getting caught up here. So I think these are all, yeah, see, look at this. This is now, looks like a pretty full belt to me. And then those painted ones just come straight through. Unpainted ones go through the same thing. And then at the end, they're all painted and all full belts. So that's good. That is working. And it's all one layer. So we could ostensibly take this and duplicate it up to the second layer. Which is good. All right. So now, the good news is that because it took a while, it took a few minutes for these guys to get caught up, and they're just now getting into these. That means all these other shapes behind it have gotten backed up because, you know, with these guys being split half and half. So that's good. That means they're going to come through and be churning out. Look at this, baby. Boom, boom, boom. I believe that's our shape. Proof will be in the pudding in 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, just need another 42,000 of those. So this is working. Excellent, my friends. This is, you know, I was talking about how beautiful the little hourglass machine is that we made last time. This is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. That's it. I kind of like its chaos. I like its ugliness. We are back up to about 17,000 blueprint points, and I'm just going to let this run. You're not going to have to sit through this. When we do reach this, we are going to get another 300 platform limit. And is that, oh, we're not going to get any blueprint points. Ooh. Well, that's unfortunate. That's okay. We're going to unlock new purchase upgrades, purchasable upgrades. And, you know, the train capacity can be upgraded. We're going to get new tasks. Blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff. So, what we're going to do is once we have trains, we're going to start working on tasks. More tasks. Oh, we do have a new blueprint shape. Now, we're going to do some tasks first. So once we've got trains, the beginning of the next episode. We're gonna start shuffling that around. Look at this, full belts going in, which is great. Or pretty full belts. That's not gonna stay full belts for the full 42,000 by any means, because this, spottiness here is gonna catch up. So it's gonna take some time. I'll let you know next episode how long it took, but I am just going to literally let it sit and go, and I'm not gonna really think twice about it. The only thing I could do would be doing this sort of thing. Just to speed it up. That's right, we can do this. Nice. I love it. It's going to speed those guys up. So, going to keep working on this. And, yeah, we'll catch you next episode, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider a subscribe. And if you haven't already, a like on this video is always super helpful. I know it's at the end of the video, and if you're watching on some things, it's hard to hit a like now. But if you wouldn't mind, that would be great. All of this churning down into just these four guys going in. Love it. All of this is just creating this one shape. And blueprint shapes. We are getting blueprint points too. Yeah, this is, take a note of this too. 18,000. What are we going to be at after 42,000 of these going? We're almost 40. All we need is another 41,000 and change. So we're getting there. All right. Again, everyone, thanks so much. This is Gramps signing off.